Well, was that a night to remember? Let's get in the car, let's discuss some stuff. I had a pretty bad night last night. Mentally, pretty much. Let's talk about that in a second. We get in the car. So I kind of enjoy these videos. I don't know how many I've uploaded really. It's kind of getting me, like when I get off work, how am I feeling? And kind of a rough night. And we're going to talk about that in a minute. How am I going to do this? There's a moth stuck in my flipping window. Okay, hold on. I'm going to try not to end the video. I'm unlocking my finger is there on the temporary. Get the heck off of there. What in the world? Ah! Moth! Go away! Moth was in the freaking car. Alright, I don't have a card. That's a good thing. I don't have to deal with that today. Let's get in and start talking. Flipping hot. Tempers at all-time high. Is this even on? Just turn that off. I don't. No, we don't need that today. So last night was pretty interesting. Let me just start by saying I'm very stressed out lately, and I'm going to drive somewhere. I'm probably going to put you guys down so I can get something to drink. Try not to kill myself. Moving over here, out of the way of possibly people that want to come and talk to me for some forsaken reason. Where the fuck am I going? Like, seriously, I can't park where the shit. I'm just gonna park out here. I don't care. Whatever, I'm just gonna park out in the middle of the boonies. Alright, let's just talk out here, I guess. Sorry, headphone users. Kind of screamed at the thing. I guess I'll just park out here. I wasn't going really for that way far out, but hey, let's go for it. Anyways, I am thirsty. Let me get a pop. I apologize. There has been so much weighing on my mind lately, and let's talk about it. So, I did a video, and I think I talked about the healthcare problems that I was having trying to get healthcare. So, I don't hide. I work for Walmart, okay? I work for Walmart. So, yes, you can get insurance through Walmart. But it literally is super expensive. It is literally, I know I talked about this in the video, but I'll just say it briefly. Pretty much for one person, just me alone, is pretty much, I think, $180, $190. That's quite a bit for me. And that's realistically, for someone that really barely goes to the hospital, it's pretty high. And all I need to go is for checkups for the most part right now. And I know I'm getting older and I'm going to have to start getting checked out more, and things are going to probably start to happen where I need to have insurance. So more or less, I'm just going to have to bite the bullet and get the insurance from my work in the next coming year. Right now, my wife really doesn't have insurance. She had insurance while she was pregnant, which you kind of get that free. Windows up above, don't like that. And now she really doesn't have it. As long as it's something, if it's something to do with the baby or the pregnancy, she could still get it, I believe, covered. Like if they messed up, I think during surgery or something like that, like she might be able to get that covered or something. But then we have, let's see, we did, okay, we're good. We're like 50%. That's cool. So by the time I end the video, it'll probably be like a 20. Stupid phone, that doesn't make sense. But yeah, it's just a big mess of things, and I'm thinking about that, and my wife has kind of been off work. The one job hasn't been giving her any hours at all, and that really was kind of the supplemental paycheck, which kind of paid for our groceries and kind of covered that. And we haven't had that, which is about $120. Then we got her other work, which she gets a decent amount of pay from that. That's a pretty good chunk, and pretty much covers a utility bill and a half. And we kind of still have that, but she kind of been missing another work. So my paycheck has basically been the only thing holding us together recently. And it's all coming down on me last night, and it just hit me all of a sudden. My son was acting up, and everything was going on with me last night. And I was getting a little miffed, getting a little pissed. I gotta trim my mustache. It's getting all crazy again. I always forget to, and then I noticed it during the video and talk about it. But got all miffed. And I'm still miffed. I'm still pissed at the whole situation. And I'm not going to mention anything in the video, but there's certain people who act like they help out so much, and that my wife says helps out so much, and they don't. They don't help out. They don't. And what irritates me the most is when they know that we need financial help right now, they don't do anything. They don't reach out and say, hey, are you going to be able to pay your bills or anything like that? Let me ask somebody else who maybe might be able to give you the money, because they might not be financial ready, but maybe they could ask somebody else or see if someone else can help us out with it. But we've been struggling, and I know that with the baby being young, we're going to have some stuff that we're going to have to deal with. We also have, things like we rent our living room furniture, and that's not really a necessity, but it's some kind of bill, and it's about $50 we pay for that. And it's just, it all adds up. And when you don't have paychecks coming in, and then all of a sudden my wife is able to go back to work, and then there's no job there for her, really, basically. There's not even a few hours a week for her. It kind of is rough when we don't have that paycheck. So, with that being said, it was a rough night. It all came out. I was yelling at my wife and everything like that. No physicality, except for my son, because I had to beat his ass last night. But that's beside the point. It happens. Well, especially when your kid mouths off to you. Oh my God, he did. And it was the last. Oh boy. That is one thing that shoots through me like no other, is when he's mocking me. That does not go well with Mr. B-Rad. Does not go well, Mr. Sunny Boy. I hope you watch this video, Zayden, you little jerk. Anyways, spanked his booty last night. Bam! Right in the butt. Okay, I didn't really punch him in the butt, but I went old-fashioned way. Anyway, I got him good, too. I don't think I hit to the point to where I leave a bruise, but I hit for at the moment it's going to hurt. That's the thing. But I could probably just tap him on his butt and he would hate it. He would think I'm being the meanest dad in the world. Anyways, moving on. Bad night, horrible night, still stressed about it, and the situation is not resolved. And sometimes I get this way, and I have kind of, I think what you call, I guess, mood swings, I guess what you call it. And I think my wife thinks it's going to go away. This is not going to go away. This is not a mood swing. This is a realization from me. And a realization that I'm irritated with everything going on, people around us, family around us. There's some family that help, and they are great. There are some family around us that act like, or won't even put their hand out to even offer help, and yet you see them doing things right in front of you, or posting pictures on Facebook, and it irritates the shit out of me. Irritates the shit out of me. I don't want to hear any of it. It's like, I know you have money, so why are you posting shit? And I don't give a fuck. I really don't care who sees this, who doesn't see this. But the fact remains is that when your family is struggling and you're not going to reach out to help, that's pretty fucking rude, okay? And that's what doesn't, if I had the money, like I said, I know that there's family members, my mom, and she's struggling too. I don't have the money to help her. I do not, and she knows that. I tell her so many times that, I wish I could send you money. If I, ever got extra money, I would send it to her, and I have before. When we had tax checks before, I've sent her a little bit of money to help her out. But when it comes down to blatantly that you make good money at your job and you're not willing to say, hey, can I give you this amount of money to help you out? and you can pay me back whenever, when you know they make decent money. It's irritating. It's irritating. It's so irritating. But that's not the point. The point of the matter is that I go to work and I made a Facebook post and everything personally, and I don't care. I was tired of it. I was fed up, and I got to the point to where I had to put something on Facebook to put it out there, because I gotta let people know what I'm going through, and that I was going through a tough situation right now. And I know I'm not the only one that's going through it. When you have a baby, a lot more money comes out. But it's not even that. It really has nothing to do with the baby, to be completely honest. Everything to do with the baby is not that bad. We got to pay maybe $20 for a thing of formula at the end of the month. Maybe $40. Other than that, it's just the fact of my wife not being able to go back to work, not having enough money. But the big thing that I put on Facebook was, I go to work each and every week. Every day I go to work. I work a full-time job. I bust my ass. And I can't even go home. And I can't even pay my bills. I don't even make enough money to do that. That is pathetic. And on top of that, I cannot even get government assistance on anything. For the most part, nothing. WIC. And pretty much WIC is a given. Pretty much. I think unless you make like $100,000 a year, you probably might not get WIC. But, pretty much WIC is pretty open. It's pretty vague. You have to make a lot of money not to get WIC. Anyways. But WIC is the only thing that we get. I'm surprised my wife got the Medicaid pregnancy thing. But like I said, we didn't have insurance. We don't have insurance. And that's the bad thing. That's why she got that, and it really did help us out, her getting that. But stress is just, it's killing me. It's eating me away. I have had reasons to believe, I don't know, could this be my thoughts getting to me, but I've had chest pains. I know my wife has had things going on with her chest that is stressing her out, and it's stressing me out that something is going to happen and we're not going to be able to pay for it, and we're going to get like refused to hospital or something like that because we don't have insurance, and our bill's going to go through the roof. We won't be able to pay it, and then we won't be able to go back to the hospital if something else happens again. It's just so much stress going on. And then on top of that, I'm worried about what's going on, if there's anything going on with the car. If there's anything going on with, my son can't do Taekwondo right now. We don't have enough money for that. It's like things that we should have money to do, we don't have the money to do. And it's irritating. It's very, very irritating. And my whole thing was, it also irritated me too, and I know this is a very, very stupid thing to point out, but is the fact that I go to work, I come home, and I don't get to see any of that money. The money is gone as soon as I go there. And I know a lot of people will say, well, that's what I do. And I hate those kind of people who just want to go, that's life, motherfucker. That is life, but why the fuck does it have to be that way? Like, it's so stupid that when the government doesn't even see that people are not getting paid enough, that they need to tell the businesses to pay the people more. That's all there is to do it. Minimum wage needs to be higher, because and if it's not that, and if it gets to the point to where it's just the people raising the fucking rates of everything around us, then that means they need to step into the businesses and say that, hey, you can't charge that much. You're hiking up prices. And I don't know, it's just, the more I think about it, and I know a lot of people would disagree with me about government taking over everything, I am totally for the government taking over everything, because some people get so fucking greedy about wanting so much money for certain things. It's just ridiculous. Perfect example, and I was stalking them tonight. I was stalking Domestics. A fucking blanket. $30, $40. What the? It's a fucking blanket. Why is it that much? Seriously. Even clothes baffle me today. Why is so much? I know for a fact I used to buy stuff at Walmart for very cheap. Any store, for the most part. And it was $10 cheaper. $10 cheaper. Back then. Why is it higher? Why has it gone and escalated to almost double the price that it was when I was just in year 2000 when I graduated? Why has it doubled in price? Tell me this, because it doesn't make any sense to me. Why is candy literally 50 cents more? than what it was when I graduated. It really doesn't make much sense. And if gas is the problem, which gas has risen since it was a little under $2, I think, when I graduated. I think it was about $1.50 when I graduated. And it slowly got around the $2 mark around the time, I think, after I graduated. So if that's the problem, then that's fine. That's good justification. But 50 cents? But $10? Like, Jesus, man. It's like ridiculous. Some of the things are just ridiculous. And some stuff that you think would be higher are cheaper. Really? Good example for that is candles. Why aren't candles more expensive? They're like cheap. I can understand the wax cubes because it's just wax. But even then, somebody had to make that. They had to make that. Now, I know you can make it yourself. Yeah, you can learn how to make that stuff yourself, but it still takes time. It's a procedure you got to do to make that shit. It shouldn't be that cheap. Unless they've got it to a science where it's like super easy to make nowadays. I don't know idea. But everything's just frustrating, and that's all I got to say about that. I'm probably going to end this and record another short video before I go home. I just don't want to go home. Stressful things going on. Thought I might just get that out of there, get out of my mind. I'm just fucking pissed off at everything right now. The world, my family, everything like that. I'm not mad at my family. Because my family, either they're not around, they're nowhere near me, which is most of them, who has no even input in my life right now. But my direct family is pretty good. But my wife's side, on the other hand, that's a totally different story. Irritation. Very much irritation. And there's a few of them that are good, but it's just, it baffles me that other people that know what we're going through and notice that we're struggling have not, I don't know. It's just very, very frustrating. Anyways, keep rocking. Keep your head up. Hopefully I can keep mine up. Because I was about to go crazy last night. I was about to walk out of my job last night. I was about that close to just giving up on life in general. And, it gets to the point, though, where I just, I almost cried. I actually was crying last night, actually, on one of my breaks. And I was, trying to keep it concealed and everything. I was not making any noise, but, I was crying. I was literally crying. But anyways, keep rocking. Keep guys later. See you guys later. I don't know what the hell I was trying to say. I think I'm good. See you guys later. Keep rocking. Keep your heads up. I'll try and keep mine up. Later, guys.